Hello dear listener, thank you once again for joining me. A quick shout out to Sean, our top tier patron, and to anyone else listening along, remembering there are free memberships on Patreon. Welcome and join me as I delve into 100 years of horror, one flick at a time, still with a bit of hay fever. Laemmle returns as producer in a career that can surely only end in success. Another Lon Chaney masterpiece was launched into the world to universal acclaim. This 78 minute. Well, anyway, this film was a huge success in its day, and much like Chaney's previous effort, the standard had been set for later adaptations that have arguably never been met. Your experience will depend on the version you see, as some have scenes playing out in different order. Nevertheless, the most iconic moments are present regardless of version. The Man with 1,000 Faces takes the lead in the tale as old as time. Well, since the 1910 novel, at any rate. The Phantom of the Opera. The Phantom, deformed, falls for a beautiful woman. He wants her and takes her, but her allies seek her out. Ultimately, the Phantom is restored and dies in guilt, or is chased, or ultimately defeated by a mob. The mess of the production is thankfully not that obvious in at least some of the surviving versions. 4 directors are credited and reshoots were required to save the film. Horror elements were toned down, characters given more backstory, the ending changed as noted. The story of its production reads as relevant today in the corporate world of filmmaking as it did in the studio days of early Hollywood. That the film was completed and deemed a success seems to go against all the odds. Nevertheless, it was, and the final cut or cuts were groundbreaking. There are significantly less title cards used than The Hunchback of Notre Dame, mercifully. The reveal of the Phantom is reminiscent, once again, of later Universal pictures, such as Frankenstein's monster in 1931. The framing of the Phantom as sympathetic and his desires reciprocal love shown to the antagonist of the tale is an interesting take. Mary Philbin, playing Christine Day, does an excellent job in the role. When the Phantom uses traps to keep him and his love safe, it becomes reminiscent of Vincent Price's efforts a few decades later, or perhaps the more recent Saw films. It makes later versions, such as Universal's next attempt in the 1940s, seem rather tame by comparison. Chaney's performance is once again the centerpiece and worth the price of admission. He clearly inspired other performances from Bela Lugosi's Dracula, less than 6 years into the near future, and Chaney's physicality is impressive to say the least. The Phantom's ultimate demise at the hands of torch-wielding locals is a trope soon to be repeated ad nauseum. The director's choice, no clue which one, to do longer takes creates a fine flow that actually makes the film seem faster. The slightly coloured and sound version floating around online is a nice update from the 1930s that boasts an excellent soundtrack complete with a scream from a descending chandelier. Chaney's face reveal and his impressive makeup creates a horrific and unsettling time for the audience. Despite the troubled production, a sign of Hollywood excess of the Roaring Twenties, this picture is truly a classic and easily one of the best of all time. More focused than Notre Dame and more grandiose than Nosferatu. While it feels more American, this is Chaney at his best. Enjoy.